This is Pat with Petresca Papers. I'm out in the Bluebird Bungalow. It is mid-April of 2024 and I have a new project today, a new digital kit that will be available in my Etsy and Kofi shop. But first, I want to apologize. I have been kind of off the grid doing some other not paper related projects. Some things around the house. I did a little traveling and I am so sorry. I did not realize how much time had escaped. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are one of my loyal subscribers, I am sorry I haven't had new content for you, but today is worth waiting for. So here is the project. It is a Swedish wedding chest. Now, do you have to use this only for bridal or wedding things? Absolutely not. That's just the name that it's going to have because that's the chest that I found. This will open and it's going to have dividers in it for, where is it? For booklets, for little dresses, for little file folders. I mean, all kinds of goodies can fit into here. So let me introduce you to the kit. I started prepping before I remembered I haven't shown them the kit. So I've started a little prepping. This is the chest, and on this one, my prototype, I left all the little notches, but on this I have pretty much cut it straight. I left little notches on here and here, but I've cut them off. No, not terribly straight, but I've cut them off. So I cut off the white all around. You have over here, right there, is a piece that you cut off but you saved. This is going to be the closure. So that's going to be sitting over here. I have scored, this is the bottom where it's a plain blue. I've scored there. I scored along the top of the chest. I scored between the lid and the back of the chest, and again up along the top of the chest there. I did print it double-sided. This one I did not, and there was a lot of white showing. So I put in the kit a blank sheet of wood that you can use. And I have the two, okay, back up. Where is that? I am including in, oh, Pete's sake, there it is. I'm including an overlay. I have done this in other kits so that if you want your dividers in here to have a cute, fun lining, you can print whatever you want and then print this over it. And you can have a cute, florally striped lining, whatever you decide. So this comes in the kit. But what I did is I printed the wood sheets on both sides. And then I printed the overlay on one side. And the reason I'm doing that is because you will see the sides on here. Now, a lot of it you won't see the wood, but this was just the easiest way for me to present this to you. Now, I have prepped both of these. I've cut off all the white and I have started and cut off that black, because anywhere you see black, you're going to cut that off, and the white edges. So these are prepped. They are scored. I used a scoreboard. You can fold, but I preferred to use my scoreboard. I don't know if this is going to matter, but I am going to just cut off this little sliver of white. I don't think it really matters because these are tucked under each other. Okay, so I've got those two dividers. And in the kit, there are 3 vintage Swedish print papers. I had a hard time coming up with a fabric. Most of them from the time period, which is on this, it says 1833. Most fabrics were woven, but I did find this one, and this is for the booklets, which I have this one right here. They're small. The size of the booklets are 3 inches by 6.5. And I made them that size, even though the width of our dividers is, I hate these clear rulers, is 7.25. I wanted to have a little bit of leftover to do like that, to do a little file folder. Now you can choose to make your booklets a little bit longer, but the width is pretty much set because you want it to sit down in there nicely. Okay. I did print these double-sided. Well, some of them double-sided with this coordinating stripe. And I have not cut the white off of that. Okay, so there are 4 4 sheets that go for the booklets, and then there are 4 different papers for your signatures in your little booklets. I'm only showing you 3. The 4th one is just a plain gray in case you didn't want lines. So we've got horizontal lines, vertical lines, and grid lines. Just depending, the line ones are just depending on how you want to fold your paper. And last but not least is a sheet of labels that coordinate with the booklets. Okay? Okay, let's get started. So again, I have prepped this, and one thing that I am going to do is add 2 magnets. I found these, I'm not sure where. I'll look and see if I can find them again. They are small rectangles. I have some rectangles and I have squares. The square would work, but this will give me a little bit of slide room. Okay. On it, I have put some 1/4 inch tape, and then I'm going to use a round one for the opposite side. And working with magnets is always a challenge to make sure you get them where they should be so they're not fighting. Because if I get these put on here wrong, they won't fit. So I have marked this magnet, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place, this magnet, which means this is what matches with this side that I don't have the tape on. Okay, having said that, this one is going to go here, and it's going to need to face this way so that it can connect with the magnet that I'm going to put on the little closure. So I'm going to flip this over, and it's basically middle. Put that down, and I am just going to tape it on. Okay, just like that. This is really not going to be seen. It's going to be in this, on this side of the outside of the chest. That's going to come down, and I'm going to glue that on. And I just have to tell you, today I haven't been out in the Bluebird Bungalow, and every single glue bottle, my glue press, everything, the tips are all clogged up because I let them sit. Didn't matter whether I had a pin in them, whatever. The glue just dries up. It just does. And I need to do some unclogging. But until then, I found these. I hadn't used. They came from Hobby Lobby. If you're in the United States, these are called writing bottles. They are in the bakery section. And I haven't used them. So let's find out if they're worth anything. They were $2.99. All right, so now it's got a fine tip. That's not too bad. And the nice thing, it does have a cap. So let's do this on both sides where we've got that little, whoa, thin edge. I do believe I'm going to use some double-sided tape. Because see, that's such a small little fold. It doesn't want to stick. Let's give it some more, and we'll get some clips on it. All right. Come on. Cooperate. Cooperation, you know. There's a clip. I'm going to have to use a bunch of clips to get you. There we go. I think it's finally believed me that that's what I wanted it to do. This one seems to be a little bit broader in size. Now, after I do that, I do need to trim just the slightest bit right there where that folded over. And I don't think up there because it was thinner. All right. Come on, stick down. There we go. This is going to be sandwiched into the dividers, which is why I felt like the tape was enough. All right. So there's our chest ready. Well, no, let's do this. Let's do our closure. So here's the closure. Let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to fold it first. And then trim it. And then sandwich in our little magnet. Now, this has a little key on one side. So, if you saw a little blip, it's because some things went missing. All right, so here's the closure, and let's make sure we have this correct. So this will go in here. Are you going to stick? It feels like it. It's not going to fight it. So let's see if I can get it down the right way. Take off this tape and put it there. This will be glued down. This is going to go on here, and this will come up here. And are you going to stick or fight? It's fighting. Do you see that? Oh my goodness gracious. This is going to be glued in, so let's just take it off and put it up there. Okay. So this, now let's see. Much better, much better. All right. So let's put some glue on here. Get this glued on, glued down and glued on. Okay. Magnets are finicky little things. They want to be matched up the right way or no way. All right, I'm going to fold this in half. And you know how paper is when it gets folded in half. It doesn't always like to match up. So I'm going to just trim that just a little and a teeny bit of distress so that the edges are not white. And I'm going to glue this down. I probably should double-sided tape it, but we're going to glue it and let it just sit while we do the dividers. Okay, so that's there. I think you get a clip. Let's get some of that glue off. All right, so I'm setting it aside. I know where it is. I can see it. It's in plain sight. All right. So the dividers, again, I have prepped them. And now I'm going to fold everybody.
Use a bone folder because everything, all those creases are much better when they have a bone folder. That one, this one. It's called burnishing, Pat. Burnishing your folds. Or reinforcing your folds. Yes, we fold this way. Now you could fold, but if you have not invested in a scoreboard or something with the ability to make the scores you should, it makes life much easier. So put this aside. Let's do this one. And then I'm going to cut out all those black sections. And we'll start assembling this. I'm seeing lots of white over here. And again, I don't know how much is going to show, but let's just get the white off. Alright, a little bit there. We'll hide it with some stuffing. Alright, fold this up. Fold this up. And let's do that. Okay, cut out the black. On this top one, the line I give you is straight, but I'm cutting in just a little to angle it. These are all correct, so cut that. And that. Come on, scissors, there we go.
to join these two, it's easiest if you do it now before we start putting them together. So they will be joined at this 1/2 inch flap here and here. And I am going to use my tape. I've got 1/4 inch tape. I'm going to run it along there. And let's join these two together. And I don't want to overlap that fold. So we want it to look like that. And now we have our big long piece. And now we will fold. Okay, let me think here. We're going to fold this one back. And this one goes that way. So we're going to glue this, and I think for speed, I am going to use my tape runner, which I often resort to. So on this one, just to the right and left of that fold where we joined them, I'm going to put either glue stick, tape runner, double-sided tape. You can do wet glue, but I want this to go a little speedier and be not so moist right now. So that's going to come down and glue on there. And this is going to go there. All right, now we have our 3 sections, and we need to close them up. So I am putting tape on this side and this side. And I think I probably should put them closer to the edge. So this will flap over that. Let's put some on this one, and I am going to go closer to that outside edge. Those others I'll put a little touch of glue on. Still on there and there. And then fold that and then along this. I should open my door to the Bluebird Bungalow. Maybe we'll hear some of the birds. I might do that. It's such a nice day. And we'll hope that no birds decide to fly in. That's a little scary. All right, let's pull this one off. And since I did not put my tape right to that edge, I'm going to just give it a little bead of glue along there. Okay, so this will come up and overlap that one. And overlap this one, and we're going to need a little tool to reach down inside. And I think I came up with let's see. I need to get you a little better. Probably should have, but I didn't get it as close as I should. I'll show you what I mean on the next section. So I'm just reaching inside with something long and thin. Okay, and now this one. Let's do one at a time. Let's see if that helps. So we're going to bring that up. And then let's put that in there. This one. There. That. And then the last one. And then our dividers will be done. Okay. Oh, I hope you can hear. Oh, that was the wrong way. I hope you can hear the little birds. We have a house next door where the birds, the bluebirds, have made their nest in a vent that they have at the side of the house. It's just so cute. All right, set this aside. Back here to our chest, the cover of our dividers. Something I want to say to do, this lid is a little bit wider than the bottom. Just kind of gently roll it so that it's a little bit curved like the top of a chest would be. All right, now this is going to fit right in there, because it's 3/2 inches and it's 1.5 inches. All right, now we are going to use glue because I think it will give me a little bit of play time. But one thing I am going to do, so it's more obvious to me where I'm putting this, is to distress these two edges. I think I will actually distress this lid edge right there also, just because I can. All right, now you're gonna fit in there, and you are going to fit, there's a little space on each side. And I don't know, I'm thinking I may use 3-in-1 since it does have a little bit longer play time. So, you know what? No. Yeah, I'm just going to put it on this because I know that's where I want my glue. On the bottom, it could be a little iffy. I might go over on those edges where it won't glue. Okay. Kind of. Distribute it around. All right, here we go. Here goes nothing. Ha ha ha. Always makes me nervous. And I've got shadows galore. Why? So I'm going to put you down there and along there. Let's see, it looks good. I don't know if you can see, except I am not centered. That's why it's nice to be able to move. I don't know, art glitter glue, which is my really preferred glue, it's pretty unaccommodating when it comes to moving things around. Okay, now we are going to glue this to this side. Get down with my little, this is a brush that didn't get washed off after using it, but it makes kind of a nice little guide in there. Okay, so this is going to come up there, this is going to come up there. So what am I going to use? I think we're going to just go with my tape runner. And we're going to put the lid on this glue and hope that I put it on soon enough. Okay. All right. Let's take some down. Okay. I don't need to go all the way to the edge because there is a slight overlap. Sides there. All right, here we go. This folds up there. I'm going to lay it on its side and give it a good burnish. This comes this way. Again, give it a good burnish, and I can see somewhere I did not distress, but I'm not going to stress about it. Okay, are you ready? See if it, oh, cute. You heard the little snap? Just like that. Let's see, let's roll this lid just a little more. There we go. Okay, you look cute. All right, now let's make some little booklets. I do have one made. So let's do a, what have I got over here? Got these ready. Let's do the green and the coral. So I want to, let's see, if we do it this way, you know, that might not be a bad, well, let's do this way. Let's do this way. I am going to use my scoring board, and the optimal size is 3 inches. So I am going to score at 3 inches. So 1, 2, and 3. I put you away. There you are. Okay, so 3 inches, and it folds just like that. And I am going to trim it off. I'll trim it at 6 inches. That should be perfect. You've got some leftovers here. Don't throw those away. And my book I did at 6.5. And then this will be a little file folder or a little booklet. So I am going to cut you at 6. Do the fold. Let's do the fold. Okay. Cut it at 6.5. All right. Now I am going to, let me grab papers. And I am going to, what am I going to do with these? I'm going to fold this way. I think that if I fold them to the center, I don't know if that's the center, but we're going to pretend it is. And then I'm going to cut. They're going to be a little smaller than the 3 inches. Oh, come on. But then we can get more out of the paper. Oh, okay. Trimmer needs a new blade. Oh, I didn't need to cut that off because now I just need to cut it to 6 1/2. Okay, let's grab it. You know, I was thinking this would be a fun project to have make these little travel journals, or if you're gardening or a new baby, all of those things would be great. Now, I am resorting to my quick, lovely booklet stapler, just because it's quick and easy. There's one, and then let's get all 3 done. So I'm going to trim that and then cut it at 6 1/2. And my white is going to be there, but we're not going to worry about that. Or are we? Let's trim it off. Let's trim it off. This could be a gardening journal storage place. You could do a couple of years in there. Since it is that time. Well, it's always that time to do something in the garden, isn't it? All right, and let's get some labels. Let's see. I did the coral one on the blue. Let's do this green one. Where's my big scissors? There. Let's do this green one on the coral. I'm leaving just a little edge right there. And then let's do the blue. Let's do this blue on the green. I'm planning on doing a kit of little dresses that will coordinate with this. So watch for that. And I'm sure somewhere up my sleeve I've got an idea for a freebie that will go along with this. So again, keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes out. Keep a lookout. Oh, I need to put my lids on my glue. All right, let's get this on here, and then we can put these cute little booklets into our chest. That. And this one, like that. last little thing. I'm just looking, and I want these to be a little, well, you really cut straight or put it into the booklet straight. It's a little distressing. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the little file folders. We're just going to say that they're little booklets, and we'll put them in. Okay, you can depart. Thank you. All right, here we go. So we open up our little chest, and we'll put in one booklet, and 2 booklets, and 3 booklets, and we can put in a little file folder or little booklets, little cards, and again we can add some little dresses, and I usually will put something on the back, and they can become a little journaling card. So those can fit right there. Let's close that. Hear that click? Oh, so fun! All right. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate you. I hope you'll leave me a comment. Again, links are below for the things that I've mentioned in the video. If I can find the links for those magnets, I will link that. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.